terrible.
Oh, you live in Portland?
I live near it. It's like Texas heat almost today.
Wait, where do you live?
I've been in Texas. It's near Oregon, dude. It's in Oregon.
Oh, okay.
But like the heat, oh my god. But like, it takes a while to set up in this game, but once you're set up, it's like easy. Like it gets easier and easier to build.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, but I've been waiting for trees and stuff to regrow, and then I figured out, oh wait, I headed off.
Yeah.
So, that's always fun. But like in the beginning of the game, it's super hard to like kill all the special enemies.
Oh,
And then
fuck, I had 5 kills and I died to a bot with a drum shotgun.
oof.
Yeah, I'll watch your broadcast later. I gotta sweat an open league real quick.
All
I'm
right.
still in open league. Yeah, play Fortnite. I got grounded a little while ago. I was gonna fuck for a while.
The issue with a lot of the building in it is some of it's like pure manual.
For Arena or for Fortnite?
The forest
Yeah.
is a lot of the stuff you gotta line up on your own.
Yeah.
Just
But it sounds like a fun game though, low key. Like
it takes a bit to get used to it. Kind of.
How big is the game actually? I don't know if I have storage for it.
It's surprisingly big. Like you see the map
so
and you're
I
like,
have-
oh, it's a small map, but
But I'm
the
sure,
way you,
yeah,
but
so
it
if we
fits
just
the
do,
game.
Like, oh shit, what game am I gonna delete for it? I think I might just delete Apex. I don't play that anymore. Apex is too easy.
Yeah, I kind of got bored of a lot of the battle royale games. Kind of just.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I still play Fortnite, honestly.
Like, some of them, they started out as good ideas, but now it's just an easy cash grab. Everybody does it.
That's what, yeah, like Black Ops 4 was, like,
See,
whenever Blackout came out, that's when it was like, okay, like, this is starting to become, like, a thing now.
it started to become an issue.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, the stairs and stuff, you cannot line, they don't snap. You gotta line them up off of your, like, using your eyes.
That's annoying. That makes me mad whenever they don't snap into place.
Well, it's custom stuff. Like, you can do stuff that snaps into place.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to build, like, your style of house, you can't. But I've gotten good at doing that because I play, like, Fallout 4's settlement system a lot.
Fallout 4, dude. And, like,
So I got
made all
really
the
used to having to,
settlements,
like,
dude.
snap stuff into
Oh my
place on my
God.
own.
Dude, Fallout 4 I was so good at.
I got
was
good at
like,
lining stuff
oh.
up. So I'm not, like, as worried about it
Yeah.
anymore.
I don't know who that is, but alright.
I don't know who it is either. Oh, apparently, no, he's one of my friends. Oh, it's like, I think it's one of your friends that I met through you, and we haven't talked to in like a long time.
It might have been, I don't know. It could have been on my old account.
Probably, I don't know why, but
I
it said Pingus Eater. It said Pingus on the party.
Is it really?
Yeah. That's the only reason I joined.
So, it's a shield bubble. What is a shield bubble? It's called a shield bubble. What does it do?
I need to move the stupid
doesn't-
zip line. Like, I can't use it because of the rocks are blocking it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. I'm like stocked up. I barely can see anything in my inventory. The issue with this game is the inventory is like all the items are laid out on like a mat when you hit the touchpad. So you gotta like hover over the item. But when you get so many items, it's like, oh my god. I've seen late game inventories and it's 10 times worse than what I have now. And I just can't imagine it.
I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like a fun game, honestly. I might cop.
a pretty good game.
You're pitching it to me pretty well.
My type of playing might be different than yours in the base-wise. Me,
It might be.
I built it against a cliff, and
Oh,
I
that
built
sounds
it in
cool,
a certain
actually.
spot because there's a cliff edge far, far away from it. But if I build
Yeah.
a tower on that cliff edge, I could see the entire surrounding area.
That's actually sick.
And right above where I live, there's a cliff edge that I also want to build a tower on. The issue is, I don't know where the tower blueprint is.
Oh, really?
So it's like I can't do it yet. Are you watching?
No, I'm not. I'm playing Fortnite, so I'm so glad.
Alright, well somebody is.
I think I'm dead to a fucking. Oh my god. I died to a no skin with 0 kills. Oh, 1 now. Four kills again, by the way. Fuck. I gotta stop dropping hot drops.
But I like this game because it's simple, but the story isn't simple, kind of. If you know what I mean.
Shit.
Like,
Yeah, what a pot.
basically it's a simple game if you want it to be a simple game, but it's also
But it
not
can't
if you don't
be.
want it to be.
Yeah, you can like play as advanced as you want to. It's like
Yeah.
kind of go at your own pace. Kind of thing. That's kind of sick. It's like more advanced Minecraft.
Yeah, basically.
Except with, like, better shit.
And it actually
Yeah.
has a story.
Oh, it has a story. Okay, that's actually pretty sick. I don't think I might have been paying attention when you said it.
Well, it has a
So,
story, but that was added probably after you watched it.
I'm sure it was because like,
Like-
you spawn in like did the story start with you like spawning in the plane or whatever?
The end of the story, like the story, it's a plane crash now.
Yeah, that's how it was whenever it started. It was a plane
Yeah,
crash.
but now you actually can find the sun.
Oh, can you really?
Yes.
I didn't know that was the objective of the game.
Well, it is, but basically,
That's sick.
you got to get to the bottom of the butthole, which is like
Okay.
a giant sinkhole. It's just everybody calls it the butthole because it's funny.
Okay. How do you get to the bottom of it? Do you have to, like,
There's a
pick it?
cave, but you need to search all the caves mostly to get like the rebreather and the climbing axe, which you
Oh.
specifically need to get to the bottom of the butthole,
Okay.
which I have. But I'd rather
Did
like build
you-
up my base and do my type of thing, you know.
Yeah. Have you got the kid yet, or are you still playing the game?
Well, I don't know. I'm still playing. I haven't beaten the game yet. But here's a cool thing about it. Once you beat the game, you unlock creative mode,
Oh shit.
which I think is genius. Like, I think an unlockable creative mode is a good idea. Like, if
I feel
Minecraft
like
had
that's what they should have
unlockable...
done with Minecraft. I
If,
feel like
imagine
they,
in
like,
Minecraft if they had an unlockable, creative mode and unlockable, host
What if they had like
privileges.
What if they had like an unlockable thing? Like for like whenever you beat the Ender
Like,
Dragon.
in this game, in creative mode, basically what it does is all the stuff you build, you don't need any supplies for. So you just place it down. You can't fly or anything, but you can build without needing supplies and stuff.
That's kind of sick.
And in this game,
That's pretty cool.
that's amazing.
That's
But
actually
you still
kinda
got to go
sick.
out and scavenge like weapons and dynamite and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
you can.
So what's the weapons like? Is there like rifles and shit, or do you have to like?
There
is it, like,
are.
mainly, like,
There's only
hand-to-hand
one gun,
combat?
but it's like it's so pointless. But it's like novelty.
That-
Basically, if
Yeah.
you're good at headshots, the gun's great. But if you can't hit your
Ah.
shot, don't get it because its ammo's so rare. You know?
Oh yeah.
And you gotta like find 8 parts around the world by like blowing up small little spots in the map to get like its parts out. And those drop
Oh,
ammo
yeah.
out of it. But because this game has like an end game and an ending to it, I understand putting the gun in the game with limited amount of ammo, like save it for the final boss, something like that.
Oh, I'm so mad, dude. I just pumped a kid for 98 in the head, and he fucking one pumped me for 200. I said I had full shit.
Yeah, see, that's why I hate the bloom system.
Yeah, fuck Fortnite.
That's why I got tired of it. Is it wasn't based on skill anymore.
Yeah. Oh well, it used to be totally broken. The freaking
Yeah, but you see,
multiplier
this
on the
game,
headshots.
this game, there's no crosshair.
Is it like?
There's
Is
like
it like
no,
Rust? Oh, it's like Rust. Okay.
but you use your. It's the closest thing to Rust you're ever gonna get on the PS4.
Console.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I'll definitely get it then, because I'm almost done with my PC. Like, I'm literally looking at it right now. All I need is a motherboard and
Oh yeah, but this
processor.
game is a masterpiece. It's like it's different from Rust. It's its own thing, but like, of course it has similarities.
Yeah, like
But
yeah, because like Rust,
you like-
Rust you can get like guns and stuff.
In the
But,
bow
like,
and
in
arrow,
Rust,
you use like little
using
notches
guns,
on it for aiming,
Yeah.
and on the spear
Oh,
you
yeah.
use your hand.
Oh, so you like points your hand out in front of you and then you throw it.
Yup.
Oh, okay, that's actually kind of sick.
Different stuff like that. There's no crosshair in the entire game, no matter what you use.
That's kind of sick.
And like, they have hairspray. And since you have the lighter from the start, you can use the hairspray for like a makeshift flamethrower.
That's actually sick. So you could like set fire to someone's base.
Well, it's like a 4-player game, but on
Oh, okay.
computer, using console commands, you could put up to 50. You could put like 50 or over on it. Like literally, if you're a host on computer, you can use console commands on it, and you can just put as many players in a world as you want.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
But I don't have
That's
like a
actually
good
super
enough
sick.
computer to like do that. What I do
Yeah,
is do like a survival out type thing,
Do you
where
have a PC?
I do, but it's like 2012, like back when the charger. It was literally
Oh,
like the how chargers used to work, where you had to let it die all the way before charging it again.
Yeah.
It's literally the last of that era.
Oh shit.
So like I can play games on it like Rust, and see
Wow.
I could play it and it would run fine, but it also doesn't help that my internet's garbage.
Oh yeah.
So I don't see the
You
point
can play Minecraft on
in
it.
getting a good computer if the internet's
Well-
just gonna keep me from doing it anyways.
Well, yeah. What's your ping like normally?
Garbage. I like I don't
So,
know.
with,
It's
like,
really
Ethernet-
bad. So basically,
with,
my
like,
way of playing
Ethernet, would it
Rust
be better?
is the one thing I did in Rust was oh my god, I'm lagging. Alright, so what I did was, those mountains in south? Well, no you don't, because they're randomly
Yeah.
generated. But I had
Oh,
the
yeah.
mountains,
I
what I
know,
did was,
I've only played Rust like a handful of
Yeah.
times, so like,
so there are mountains and there's this one little notch in it. It wasn't a cave, but it was like just grass, a rock, 2 paths there, and like slight rock up above. So it wasn't over me.
yeah.
So what I did was I placed a bed, placed a bear trap on one of the paths,
Okay.
in a bush, and then right under there's a
Oh.
notch in the rocks. So I placed a secret stash that you bury under that little notch to where I knew where it was at. That is where I kept all my water and food. I then put another stash near in another notch against
Oh,
a
the caches,
rock,
Yeah.
where I kept my guns and ammo. So I looked like a complete noob. I only carried around a pistol or like an axe or something, right? Because my internet's so
Yeah.
laggy, I couldn't fight anybody anyways, even if I tried. So I snuck around gathering up gear, while literally a circle around me, everybody was building their bases and nobody found me.
That's kind of sick.
Weeks later, like a week or 2 later, I'm set. I'm getting ready to move. What I did was I wouldn't take anything when I'd go scouting up north where nobody was at. I'd scout out different lands, see if anybody was near there. Found this massive fortress one guy built as basically it was a barrier between me and the north. I had to get past that guy's fortress. He was a sniper with a crossbow. He could headshot you from super far away. You'd be dead.
Oh shit, yeah. Dude, watch
So
me like that,
basically, I watched him and I knew he was there. So I thought, I know how to get past him. So I start grabbing my stuff, setting up to go. And then I hear building right next to my house. Pull out my
boy. Oh,
bow,
you're fucked.
sneak up behind the guy, pull my arrow out.
Did you not have a command
No,
post
I
right
didn't
next to your
shoot him. I
house?
just pointed him at the back of the head of the bow and I told him to go. He had nothing. He was a noob. Just started building. He didn't know where I came from, who I was, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just building my house here," type thing. I'm like, "Go, destroy
Just
it,
dip.
or
Run.
else we're both
Or
dead."
dig.
Because at this point, like a few firefights have started in the area, you know. So I'm like, you know, it's gonna get worse,
yeah,
right?
It was like late game Rust.
It's like,
late game Rust.
yeah, it's like I know it's gonna get worse. So I was about to leave
People
and
were gonna
move
start
north
getting
to where I
L9s
could set up
late game,
my my actual home further up. My plan was to have in every corner, like every side, a stash camp, like this.
Oh shit! Like how you have it set up. That's
Yeah.
actually smart.
So it was gonna be just
that's
small
actually super
stash
smart,
camps
yeah.
across the place so I could survive, be quiet, just lie low, not build a base, nothing, just solo. Stash camps everywhere. Hide them in good
Sick.
places. Nobody discovered this place. That's the thing. Even after I had to leave and it was a war zone, nobody ever discovered the place. Ever.
That's actually sick.
This kid who's building literally to where in eyesight of my camp, I was sitting right there, he couldn't see it. He didn't even know this spot was there. He didn't
actually
notice it.
sick.
He couldn't notice it. So I walked up right behind him, drew a bow on him. He said, "Oh, let's group. We'll build a house up there." So I go up on the mountain. The whole time I'm telling him, "Dude, if you don't leave with me now, you're gonna die. We need to go now."
Dude, dying in Rust.
So
dying
dude,
in
what
Rust, we
happened?
have so much
He
stuff
starts
is
building a
so
safe in a
unfortunate.
little shack up on top of the mountain. Slowly and
Yeah,
slowly
the
I hear
biggest
more and
living
more
target.
gunfire around the area. And it's nighttime now.
Yeah.
There are explosions going off. It's a literal war zone. I say,
somebody had a
"Dude,
helicopter.
we need to go now or we're dead." It wasn't the helicopter, it was like players fighting each other. It was a literal war zone.
Yeah.
So I told him,
yeah.
"Kid, we gotta go north. This place, we can't live here anymore, or else we're dead. We're screwed."
Dude, I'm so toxic in Rust. Like, I'll tell you about my story. in a
So
second.
basically,
So toxic.
he didn't listen to me. He said, "Okay, yeah, you're right. I'll go down back to my other hut, you know, my home. I'll grab my stuff. I'll meet you back here." Second he leaves, because people were listening to this conversation, right?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know it
you
at the
guys were-
time. Somebody was sitting
Yeah.
on the roof waiting for him to leave.
Damn. Fucking headshots, dude. Oh shit. Nah, so I'm toxic.
So wait.
I
Second he leaves and he's down the hill, I start to grab my stuff out of it to where I could leave. Boom! The roof explodes.
oh, they had like rocket launchers and shit.
No, they had like C4 and crap, but like the roof explodes. And I run out the door and start to run away and I get shot. Thing is, I get away from the guy and I know where this kid's house is, so I start to run towards him. And I'm yelling at him, "Hey dude, get out of your house, I need a bandage, I'm bleeding out." Dude,
Yeah.
on the way to his home, I ran away. I escaped the guy, I'm at the bottom of the hill, I passed my camp, passed my everything, I'm on the street just trying to get away, just trying to leave, right? Just get out of the, get out of town, right? Get out of Dodge. I don't care about that kid, I'm just trying to leave. I want to survive. I bled out in a ditch next to the road at the very bottom of the mountain. I got shot at literally the top where the snow was, is where I got shot. I bled out at the bottom of the hill, almost got away. Thing is, I had a shotgun and some good loot on me. I bet nobody found it because I was in such a tight spot where I died, nobody could find it. I couldn't even find it.
Dude, the best Rust run I've ever had.
So
was
basically,
my spawn.
I kept
You're not gonna
anybody from getting my good loot because I was so, like, I bled out like minutes later.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like me just sprinting a mile away and then bled out. Spawned back in, tried to get the kid to go. Turns out the kid went offline and left without telling me in his little shack.
Jesus.
I tried saving the kid. That is why I died. That is why I lost everything.
That's why I don't
If
trust
I
people in
simply
Rust.
stayed on my own, didn't just probably let the kid leave, I would have been fine. Just grabbed my stuff and left, let the kid be on his own. I would have
Yeah.
been fine.
Yeah.
But because I'm a nice person and this kid is like, I thought the kid was listening to me. Turns out, just wanted to build his little base. I was going to help him. He wanted a little group to be here to help defend, right? He didn't have the same plan I did. My plan was move up north, build a little shack up far away from players because everybody's south. Literally. And I told him, kid, all we need to get through is this one guy who has a fortress. He can't watch at all. All we got to do is go to the west side, just go around the long way. Once we get away from here, get the halfway point between us and that fortress, we just go to the left and around. And he's like, oh, okay, let me grab my stuff. And then he goes back to his cabin and goes offline, probably because his mother had to get him to go for bed or something, right?
Probably, yeah.
But he didn't tell anybody. He didn't tell me. Not in the chat, nothing. So I was waiting for him, and that's what got me killed.
Shit.
What I should have done was go to my camp. Thing is, I went back to my camp. It was completely untouched by anything. I was right in the middle of a war zone. Nobody found it. Ever.
Well, probably because everyone was focused on fighting each other.
Everybody was focused on each other to notice me. I could have easily snuck out by myself.
Yeah, easily.
Easily.
No, yeah,
I should have done that.
My best run I've ever had in Rust was we literally were able to build a furnace like within like an hour or two because we fucking me and my friend respawned. We built
hey, dude, do you have Steam?
Headshot the guy. Dark Steam? Not right now, no. I used to use my friend's account, but I gotta make one real quick. Well, not real quick, but...
I wanted to like friend each other where we could play Rust or something together. Oh, dude, are you gonna watch this yet? Because I really want to show you my house.
Not tonight. I gotta grind out Fortnite for a little bit. But probably tomorrow or the next.
Dude, my rabbit cage has like so many of them in there. Oh yeah, in the game, the rabbit traps just capture them, right? You then can pick up the live rabbit and put it in a rabbit cage. Put a couple of them in there. They start making more rabbits. You literally pick up the live rabbit, hit R2, and you hear it squeak, and then you just drop it and pick up what's left.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, it's food, right?
Yeah. Rust is like one of those games that's like, if you get fortunate off spawn, you're fortunate. Like that's a
Rust is one of those games where if your friend doesn't want to listen to your plan, you might as well just go off and do it.
Yeah,
because
but like it's a very big teamwork game.
Like I'm not gonna ditch my friend unless he's not listening to reason.
Yeah.
Like you saw me though, what I was saying. You saw that it was an emergency. I was like, nothing was really going on, but like I'd hear a couple pops here and there type thing, right? Just like, yeah, somebody's dead. Whoop-de-doo, it's Rust, right? But I had that gut feeling. I was like, you know what? I need to go soon. All these bases are nearby, literally on top of each other. If I don't go soon, somebody's gonna find me eventually. You know?
Yeah.
One bear trap's not gonna protect me up against a bunch of guns.
No,
like,
dude,
one shotgun with like 3 shots and laggy internet, I'm dead, right?
That's true, yeah.
So basically what I was gonna do was leave, set up another camp somewhere else, and after the whole war zone's done, wait a while, then come back, grab what was left, and, you know, just let things die down, and then come back. You know?
Yeah, well, give me a second, I gotta clutch up real quick to get the guy with the pump, and all I have is an AR.
But what this kid wanted to do was build on top of the mountain, which would have been pointless because he said he'd leave with me anyways. And I'm like, kid, you don't need to build anything. If you do, we're dead. Turns out I was right. Turns out I was right.
Dude, Rust is one of those games where if you get off spawn, me and my friend, we spawned, made 3 spears, found a kid who was like in a bush. He was AFK, killed him, had 2 AKs and a P9 on him. We were set. Like he literally had like fucking so many materials, so many metal shards, like we were so set.
My camp was so hidden. You know when you shut off the game, you still can be killed and you can be looted?
Yeah.
Thing is,
so, like, that's
I would
scary.
wake up, I'd be like gone for like a day off of Rust in that little niche on the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
I'd be perfectly fine.
Yeah, dude, Rust is like...
Dude,
Rust
nobody
is scary.
discovered me there. And see, I bet even after I stopped playing the game after that whole little run, that nobody discovered that, ever. I
Yeah,
bet I
so
still
that-
remained undiscovered.
No, yeah, caches, like, if you, like, yeah. I've actually found caches before. Like, if you're just wandering on beaches and, like, collecting rocks, you'll find caches. Of, like, people just, like, leaving shit.
Yeah, but like, people shouldn't put, like, that's the worst place to put it, is out in the open like everybody does.
Oh, no.
Like,
Yeah.
beaches and
Actually,
stuff.
right, yeah.
I can see where they're coming from next to rocks, but no. Me, it was literally under a little ditch that you had to crouch.
Rest in peace, your Mike.
But dude, it was literally
What?
under a ditch. Not a ditch, but like a little niche in the side of the mountain that you had to crouch to reach. Right?
That's kind of sick.
So
That's kinda
nobody
sick,
would have. So it had 2 water jugs, like gallons, a lot of food that would have lasted me a while to make my move up north. See, what I was doing was I was camping here until I had enough saved up, and what I'd do is
Yeah,
I wouldn't leave. I'd leave with like 1 can of beans and like a rock to defend myself. Right? I wouldn't leave with anything valuable, to where even if somebody killed
Yeah.
me, all they see is like a noob with barely nothing. When really I had a full armory stashed back at my camp. Thing is,
That's kinda
even in
sick.
that war zone, people probably needed the type of stuff I had on my camp.
Oh, I'm sure.
Thing
Like, food
is,
and shit? Yeah.
nobody discovered it. I bet nobody discovered it that whole time. I had like I think I had a couple bombs in there too, like pipe bombs.
That's actually kind of sick.
I had. See, what I was gonna do was I was gonna take it all to me to the north, right? No, what I was gonna do was grab half of it, right? Not all of it, like just the stuff I could use, because I knew I was
Yeah.
too laggy to fight, so I didn't need anything to fight with at the moment. So what I'd do was grab the food, like grab some of the food, half of the food and half of the water, right? Just
Right.
as a precaution in case I do die on the way north, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then I was gonna, 1 minute.
Alright.
Alright, there we go. My mic is weird. So,